it would benefit you, but there are all kinds of environmental benefits to doing just that and having a No Mow Month. And know what? In Nashville, we've been able to do that this year. So Jess, I see that you are participating in the No Mow Month of April.
Yes, yeah, happy to participate. Just thought that it was a great way to help our pollinators, help our water systems, things like that. So very happy to also not have to mow my lawn for a whole month.
Well, what kind of benefits have you found from doing this? What kind of things have you seen happen when you're not mowing so early?
I have seen some native plants pop up, a lot more pollinators, bumblebees all over the yard, some buttercup and some geranium and some Miami mist, scorpion weed. It's been beautiful, colorful yard.
Wow. So what about your neighbors? What do they think?
Well, not any crazy comments yet, but one of our neighbors was a little worried that we weren't mowing our lawn. They were hoping that everything was okay with us. So we had to inform them, yes, we're doing it to help our pollinators, to help the water, everything like that. So they were okay with it. So they just wanted to make sure we were all right.
That's fantastic. Well, the process seems pretty simple. Let's see, sign up, and then get a sign, and then don't mow.
Yep, that's it.
This is really great, and it is nice to see all these lovely flowers and the way they're blossoming right now. So what are your plans once this month sadly ends?
Well, we'll have to mow most of the yard, but I'm hoping to keep a small patch maybe up by my curbside over here. There's a lot of beautiful flowers growing, so be able to have that in the front and then my wildflower patch in the back too, to hopefully, even though if I can't have my whole yard, to have a small piece of my yard to continue on all throughout the year.
Well, this is very inspirational, and I see that you have another bed that you're starting with pollinator flowers, so it feels like you're just surrounding yourself now.
Yes. When we moved in here a couple years ago, really wanted to make sure that I was doing all I could to help pollinators, to help the beauty of the earth, and hopefully just having all local and native plants. Worked really hard. I worked with a small company here that helped me pick native plants. It's been a fun journey the past couple years.
Well, it's looking really great, and I hope that what you're doing is going to help to inspire your neighbors, and maybe we'll see a whole block of No Mow next year.
Yes, hopefully.
Don't you wish your yard looked like this all the time? Well, this is what's hiding underneath all of that grass that you mow over and over again. It's just gorgeous. And this beautiful initiative is something that was a grassroots project with the Cumberland River Compact. And Mikhail, I'm so excited you're doing this.
Thank you, Julie.
Not just because I don't like to mow, but I know that you have so many reasons for doing it.
We do. It's a wonderful benefit to building community, because we're talking to each other more. We're putting signs out in our yard. Our neighbors are asking us what's up. It's a benefit, obviously, to pollinators and birds, to stormwater, which is our focus. We're getting those roots deep down. And I think on a larger scale, what we're trying to do is change people's perceptions of what a healthy yard looks like. A healthy yard can be a yard that feeds birds and butterflies, absorbs stormwater, cuts down on carbon emissions just as much or more so than a healthy yard is all green, same length fence. So an added benefit that we're especially interested in is the reduction of stormwater runoff. So we see in a yard like this, we see some natural processes taking place that make the earth spongier and absorb the rain as it falls on the ground. One of the things is that chickweed bloomed and now it's dying back, and there's a layer of biomass that's now fallen onto the earth, and that creates this spongier, organic, healthy soil that we're looking for.
Well, let's look at some of the plants that are coming up, and some are sort of a surprise because you have to really get down into the grass and find these tiny little blooms. So what are some of the things that we've seen here?
The more you look, the more you find. So we've seen chickweed that's now, turned yellow and matted down. Buttercups, Miami mist is down that way. Geranium.
Yep, I've seen some geraniums here. We had a field madder in there,
Field madder.
So part of the fun, I think, of this is as all these little things are coming up, you start seeing possibly new plants to you that were always there.
Yeah.
So definitely encourage people to dig around and see what you find, try to identify it. Also the insects that you're going to start seeing.
I have a no mow yard, and yesterday I saw a skink in my yard, which just is so exciting. In addition to the bees and everything else, but the skink was very exciting.
So I understand that the whole wilding concept really is sort of a UK concept. So what is all of this doing over here? We're glad it's here, but how to get here?
Yes, the idea of rewilding, I think, has been adapted in the U.S. to ideas like pocket prairies and no mow months, and so in Wisconsin they started No Mow May, and we love the idea. A lot of us don't mow in the springtime anyway, so we thought let's make it an organized program so people aren't afraid of getting in trouble with codes. We thought April is better in the south than May. We won't get grass too high, so we researched and talked with codes about the regulations and found that if we're under 12 inches, we're good to go. We put out signs, we asked people to register. We told people when they signed up, if you have a sign in your yard and you keep your grass under 12 inches, you can communicate to your neighbors, alleviate some of their concerns, and also stay within the regulations. So, we want to push boundaries, but we don't want to break rules, and we want to stay friendly and do it all with a smile. So, and it ends at the end of April. So,
well, this is all such great stuff, and I know people were excited about it. How many yards did you end up with?
We printed 200 signs and then closed our sign up. So our request exceeded 200, and we'll do it again next year. We'll have sign ups, and everybody who signs up will get a sign and begin an email communication about codes and regulations and the tips on how to mow the first time, because that May 1 mow, you might have to get out there with a string trimmer to cut especially stubborn wildflowers down. So
this is so much fun, and I do think that one of the things that people are going to be seeing, I hope, is people growing their lawns a little bit longer. If you scalp a lawn, it's not going to have any kind of roots. It's not going to absorb any water, and you're just going to be watering it all summer. So why not grow it at 3 and 4 inches?
Yep.
Which is something that we all sort of prefer that people would do.
Yep. And I would add that, it's okay not to have a monoculture in your yard. It's okay to have a little buttercup mixed in, clover mixed in with your fescue. We need to all sort of accept that that's a healthy yard.
Mikhail, I know that this is a great benefit to stormwater, that we're absorbing more water. So let's talk about some things that people can do even if they're not doing the no-mow. Because I know that part of the idea, right, is that the more grass you have on top, the more roots you have on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Right. So converting turf grass to wildflower gardens, planting the native grasses that grow taller, all of that will make your ground spongier. And of course, planting trees. Planting trees has so many benefits. The leaves intercept the rainwater, and then it slowly trickles down, and then the roots suck it all up. So, and rain barrels. We've talked about rain barrels and rain gardens, and just looking at where the water flows in your yard, disconnecting downspouts. A lot of our older neighborhoods still have downspouts that flow directly to the street. So disconnecting a downspout, routing it to your garden or foundation planting, all of that helps us keep the waterways in Tennessee clean.
For inspiring garden tours, growing tips, and garden projects, visit our website at volunteergardener.org or on YouTube at the Volunteer Gardener channel, and like us on Facebook.